Welcome back to the RLCS Major here on the fall stream. I'm Spaceman, that's Supersonic, and this is our next match. It's Endpoint versus Renegades. This one's going to be interesting as well.
Basically, to get this done, Endpoint needs to come through. They get a 3-0 W here. They take that #1 seed spot.
Let's talk about Renegades now, because this was a bit of a redemption story for CJ. And watching this team qualify for the Major was something that all of our attentions were pulled towards. And now Renegades have a chance to take down a big dog in Europe. It's no secret that Endpoint have been on a hot streak. We'll put their focus on that, and we will turn our attention into map #1. Let's get underway for this best of 5. Your third series here on the B stream. It's Endpoint, it's Renegades. I'm excited for it. Endpoint, one of the strongest teams in Europe for the moment, but Renegades on the opposite end have not looked too shabby. They've been turning things around, and their qualification for the Major basically had everybody smiling. Let's get into the best of 5. Supersonic, I'm excited to get underway.
Early attack there. CeX committed right off the bat, trying to get through. Big demo and a finish from CJ. CJ Renegades with the aggression here early. They're going to strike first.
I mean, this is just a great read. CJ just understanding the touch. And he's already in position to put it towards the net, dangerously as it might be. It's a 1-0 lead for Renegades. A lot of time on the clock here. And we continue underway here in Game 1. Both these teams 0-0. This is their first series here at the Fall Major. How will things pan out? Well, off the early start, Renegades punishing Endpoint. And we look for that position to maintain as Metanoris is looking for the clear.
Sends it just flying down the field. Right in front of the net. Can't get it in. Metanoris takes a swing, but Fever's there to clear it away.
And once more, an extra challenge leads way to an extension. Here comes a pass and a shot, but saved away. Renegades doing a nice job of corralling some of these extra touches. Endpoint can't find the extension downfield. They haven't been able to find one another just yet. There's the first pass really they've had for the start of today. I haven't seen a lot of overcommits yet, and I agree with you. I think Renegades are playing it pretty close to the chest. They don't want to give anything away to where Endpoint can absolutely turn the tables of this one.
Metanoris going to try and bring this one up, set a pass down. It's going to be a soft touch. Relating Wave trying to just body his way through. Gets big on it with the rotation, too. Can't finish it. Touch. Looking for the shot. Waterfall down. Somebody there? No. Relating Wave makes the save.
Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Fever reads this one to perfection. Relating Wave tries to send it and just doesn't find the connection, and Fever is right there on the opposite end. I mean, it was a bit of an own goal, but that's still hilarious. Dub for Renegades. They're up 2-0.
Committed too many people, and I think they sent all 3. They had 2 on the backboard, and CJ jumped from like the outside edge of the box for that reverse aerial. But other than that, get an early lead, lock down defense, plays it all the way through, take the shots when you get them, and able to turn the opportunities on the far end when they did get presented with them into goals. So Renegades really solid through that first game.
Some dubs across the board, but for Renegades going in, they're up 1-0 over one of Europe's best. And with that, it is no longer the #1 seed in contest for Endpoint. It's going to be Vitality who will take that. Renegades, relentless pressure, right? Like forcing Endpoint to have to kind of overexert themselves on their side of the field, but quick decision-making in the box. From CJ, from Fever, being in the right place, right time, their positioning was excellent in that Game 1. About a minute gone so far here in Game number 2. It's Renegades with a 1-0 lead. And Endpoint are the type of team that could, it could take them till Game 4 to turn things around. It could take them till their backs are against the wall down 2-0, but things need to start turning around. They lose Game 1, 2-0. Cammy puts one on target. Nicely saved.
Relentless there as they continue to attack that corner, but every time the ball not put anywhere that forces anyone to really make a move or shift off their point. That one almost in. Saved once. Able to get it past Metanoris. CeX on. Hits the crossbar down and out. And now CJ will clear it out to the corner.
Underestimate how good they really are, even when they're dominating the region. And I think a lot of people just didn't expect them to turn up the way they did, but if there's one person on this field that can turn things around for Endpoint, it is CeX. With Renegades on breakaway chances like this, Relating Wave just has to be 1. We might get back to midfield. We will. Renegades doing a nice job of keeping this at a 1-0 scoreline. CJ, double tap. Can't find it. A little bit off target, but we like the attempt. 60 seconds to go. It was sender for the moment for Endpoint. Could have been 2-0 as Cammy can't find the extra touch. Here comes CJ on target, but CeX will save Endpoint.
Much like you did to Endpoint in Game 1, they're doing very much the same here in Game 2 as they've gotten that 1-0 lead early and been able to just kind of play lockdown defense ever since.
Well, that's going to be a tie series. It's going to be 1-1. Endpoint able to handle their business here in game 2. Yeah, it was not convincing, even though the game 1 was a bit of a blowout from Renegade's side. Endpoint just looking kind of composed, right? They look calm, they look collected, comfortable.
Here goes Relating Wave. As is flipped, and he's denied. Now it's Metza Norris forcing one through, eating a demo for his effort. But they came out like a house on fire in game 1. Got a huge win over Endpoint, and now we're seeing this allegedly not a scrim team, and Endpoint battling back. Oceania battling for a lot of respect too. They've been the region. We talked about it very briefly while Ground Zero was playing Envy and taking them to 5 games. But they are under constant fire from CJ. Second touch to try and set one down for Kami. No. Fever coming on. That's no good either, and Seiko will dish this out to the corner.
Almost off the hood of Seiko. Again, the shots have really been, the threat of shot has been from CJ. He's probably kicking himself for that one open net where he just crossbarred. He didn't get that shot down enough to make that one in. That could have been it. 0-0 though, as we go to the final 30 seconds here of game number 3. We may be looking at an OT if somebody can't find their way through.
Certainly not in the 100-point range now. He's about to hit 200. Maybe even with a game winner. No, Seiko can't get there at the end. We go to OT. This series has had it all, and it's only game 3. This, you would imagine, would benefit Endpoint. We'll see and let it play out here into the 2nd minute of OT.
Whoa!
Oh, what a save on the goal line.
There it
Follow
is.
up from CJ. He opened the scoring, and he'll close it in game 3.
Wow, what a way to get through this one. CJ gonna find it right at the end, send the whole team. OT situation, everyone downfield. They fully commit to that play to try and get that one through. Even on the recovery, when Kami's falling, and he can see CJ's down to his left, and he can see that Fever's right below him, still committed to the push forward because they knew that they had a player isolated in the box and that it was going to be awkward. They had to take as much from that opportunity as they could get, and they did exactly that. 2-1 lead now again for one of these Aussie squads going up against one of the top teams in the world right now. So Endpoint now on the back foot. Do we see the repeat storyline though, Stacks? Is it going to be, do Renegades close this one out, or do we see the door open back up and allow that space for Endpoint to come in and finish it off? Can they get 2 in a row?
This will be Fever out in front. And still loose.
Whoa,
Relating Wave
Wave.
is there. And CJ couldn't get there in time.
Oh.
So Relating Wave gets credit for the goal.
Such a hard situation to try and make a save there. He makes the valiant effort, just can't get it done. And it doesn't really matter though, because his boy Fever's going to come through and bail him out with an immediate clapback goal. 1-1 now here. And we're only 30 seconds into this game 4.
In a game that Endpoint has to win for a lot of reasons, of course, not just, to prolong the series, but look at how the standings are shaping up right now. Kami gonna let it come right down, and the pinch downfield, everything working out perfectly for the Renegades.
Nothing in the tank to spend. Little bumps looking here. Secondary effort there from Kami as he tried to get, or from Kami, trying to get ahead of CJ there to create an opening.
Renegades keeping the pressure on. Finally a little release out of Endpoint, and a chance now for Relating Wave, but Kami got there first.
Looking for this one is Seiko, trying to get underneath, won't be able to get through. And again, Renegades defense, everybody there able to bring this one out, but the continuing offensive pressure from Endpoint building up. That one just off the mark. Another shot directly on net, and you can see the scramble starting to happen on the Renegades side. Oh, what a demo!
Demolition! It was CJ on the demo and the assist. Incredible. Renegades in front.
2 options there. CJ could have gone and made a play for the ball, try to push that in onto the right post, but he sees that there's a player in his vision on the right side, which immediately you go, okay, maybe not the best option. What's second option? Where's the player on my near side? Immediately you see him make that cut in, make that demo happen, and that opens the net for the Renegades. Shot coming, and a diving save from Metza Norris.
This is Caster Curse territory, but I have to do it.
What
He
are you
is
doing here?
0-6
What are you doing?
in his previous RLCS LAN trips. And he's 23 seconds away from having gotten dub number 1 and the demo that set it up. Kami dumping it back into the Endpoint zone. 10 seconds now for Endpoint. Else they drop to the 0-1 bracket. 6 seconds. Relating wave. Got over
Feeling?
one at the last. Cinco denied by the wall of OCE. Cameron Johns and Renegades have finally done it.
Well, you get to dodge the bullet. I get to catch the L on my prediction. CJ and the squad get it done here in what I'm going to call an upset win. Endpoint, we talked about it. Come in, get the 3-0, take the number 1 seed for the next round. Now looking to start their next round in the 0-1, starting in the bottom half stacks. Whew! Starting hot here in the fall major.
Renegades boys elated after that win. That's got to be a huge weight, not just off the team's shoulders as a whole, but specifically CJ getting his first win at the RLCS LAN. It's been a long time coming in, and hey, this team has been a punchline leading up to this. You know, all throughout the Sweden skirmish earlier this week, we're all memeing on CJ. We're waiting for the own goal. We got the CJ own goal. He had the last touch on the 1 goal Endpoint scored over the last 2 games. Didn't matter. He had the demo that won it in the end. He tied the game and effectively won it with that demolition. CJ and the Renegades are 1-0.